So I grew up in church, right? So that's how I grew up. So, and then my mother said, there's actually this gentleman there. Don't you want to go? And, I was like, what the hell? Let me go. So I went there.
To the tent. Sure.
And went there quite nice and early. My first surprise that really got me was, as I got into the tent, there was this lady that gave me a welcome hug. I was like, yo, I'm not enjoying hug, yeah. So, but yeah. So I was like, I think I'm going to enjoy this place. So I went in, just a thought. And
was it an usher or an usher?
An usher. So this guy preaches sermon, Hebrews chapter 2, verse 3. How shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? I was like, yo. Okay, that day I went to the altar crying. Yes. Yeah, well. So I gave my life to the Lord, and I kept on going every other day ever since. Now, one of the days, as I was going to the tent crusade every single day, every day I got convicted that I need to change this life, Now, even when I go to the tent in Petigon in Bogotwe,
you went to church with a knife?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just in case,
yeah. You were born again, but not full.
So, but as I was going to church, I started taking chances and leaving the knife as I was going to church. So then what happened was, one of the days, I was sleeping, Bobosin Lamb at the back, police came.
You were sleeping where?
In my shack at the back.
Your shack? Oh, you had a shack at the back?
Yeah, I had a shack at the back.
It's called Bobos?
Bobos, yeah.
Okay.
So police came and they were looking.
I thought it's Chochombe.
Yeah, it's one of the same thing. Chochombe, Bobosi, there's many names.
Sure, okay.
So at Cape Town, they call it Ioki. Yeah, anyway. So police came around 11 o'clock, Police came, they came to fetch me. This guy opened the case. This was like after a few months after the incident. He opened the case of assault.
Well, now he's healed. Now he's thinking about.
Yeah. So I think maybe somebody advised him. I don't know. But, opened the case of assault. They took me to police station. I slept there one night. And then the following morning, I was told that the case has been dismissed or what do you call it? He dropped the case. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I don't know who said what. So anyway, I went back home, continued going back to the tent. And after the tent was over, now I told myself that I'm turning a new leaf on life. I wanted to redo life. And I remember one day I was walking with his friend, Usmeka, his friend.
Oh, his friend. Okay, yeah. Sure.
So he was also my friend. So we were walking. So, and as we were walking, I saw this guy sitting with a group of guys, who were up to no good. And I was like, yeah, and this time I'm not carrying a knife anymore.
You're a born-again believer.
I'm a born-again believer. So this guy came to me and he says, Hotman, do you see what you did? I was like, no, I was drunk. I skis, I didn't mean to. He says, do you see that I'm going to be a Scarface for life? I said, no, I'm a skis. I don't know what to say. Yeah, well. So I could, and then his hand went into the pocket. In fact, the whole time we were talking, his hand is in the pocket. So I could hear the knife opening. Right? So he made as if he was turning back to look what's happening. And then he came back with the knife open. He swung at me, moved back. I grew up doing karate, but this time around, the pants I was wearing was not going to allow me to do the do, because I used to do the do. Yeah, but so I ended up running, and this guy chased me. So I'm not sure if this continue with the story.
Continue.
I've never really told this, but anyway. So I ran home. I had stopped smoking, stopped drinking. So I asked my younger brother to get me 2 cigarettes, because now I need to think. He just chased me with a knife, right? So I was like, okay, it's either I'm going to have to get rid of him or somehow he's going to get rid of me. I'm a born-again believer. What do I do? So, and then I had a little bit of money with me. So I have friends who are staying KwaZakele. We used to call it Ekas. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? Maybe let me take a taxi, go Ekasi, go and fetch something, come back,
Something is a gun.
And not something.
Something, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When someone says I'm fetching something, they're fetching a gun. Continue.
So I was like, maybe I should do that, and get rid of him. And then
you wanted to finish it.
Wait, no, this is just a thought playing in my mind. Yeah, but so I was like, but then what? Yeah, but because it's then what? Yeah, but so yeah, I don't want to lie. I prayed about it. It's like, now I need you to help me with this one because I don't want to go back to that life. Yeah, but and anyway, it was actually after he chased me that he went and opened the case. So then the case was dropped. The parents met and this thing was spoken over. Even though there was peace momentarily, I knew at the back of my mind that this was actually not going to end, Anyway, so then I decided that, what, let me actually leave this place. Let me go and stay with my grandmother. Because all my friends I was drinking with, they said, not you. You, born again, not you. It's only, we're giving you 2 weeks. You're going to come and drink with us. We know you. After 2 weeks, they said, no, another month. We know you. You're coming back. And then they said, December. There's just no way you're going to go through December without drinking. So I was like, you know what? These guys are taunting me. Let me go and stay with my grandmother. Now you must understand, where I was staying, the situation was a little bit better compared to the situation with my grand. So it's like I took a downgrade, to go and stay with my grand because I wanted to be focused on the decision that I had taken, and I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to make amends and do right with my life, because I realized I actually messed up, So the gun story, that didn't happen. Do you understand?
He didn't fetch the thing. Something.
So I stayed with my grandmother. I was very serious about church. Met a few friends, and that's how my life changed. I remember when I wanted to redo my matric, I couldn't redo my matric because Ekasi, they didn't have that combination. Yeah, what?
Mm-hmm.
So Ekasi didn't have the combination, and I went to 6 different high schools trying to get into matric so that I can repeat. And they wouldn't let me in. They said I need to actually start at standard 9 so that I can get the basics. I was like, you don't understand. I'm already late. I've already wasted a year. All my classmates, are either in varsity. I don't have another year to, you understand? So anyway, this was now 2002 when I wanted to go back to school. I did my matric in 2000. And then 2003, I met a lady. Actually, my mother introduced me to this lady. She told me about the N streams. I can do N1, N2, N3. Combine that with the matric languages, then it's equivalent to matric. So luckily, where my grandmother was, it was a street away from the library. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Went to the library to research what can I do. There was electrical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical. And bear in mind, I didn't do math and science. The last time I did math was in standard 7, 1997. This is now 2003. I don't know what is X plus X, but I want to do civil engineering. That's what I want to do. So what do I do?
From cooking to civil engineering?
Yeah.
Because you're doing home economics, you were sewing and cooking.
So this is what I saw. As I was going to the library, I would look at the newspapers, right? Mm. So I saw a job advert of someone who's a quantity surveyor. So I saw the annual salary was 480,000 rands. I was like, this.
In those days, that was a lot of money.
I was like, I want to do this, Took a calculator. I was like, this is a lot of money. I want to do this quantity surveying store. So how do I get there? Then I research, okay, if I do N1 building and civil, N2, N3, then I go and do first year, second year, third year, then I do my BTech, I can eventually qualify as a quantity surveyor. So I was like, okay, this is the stream that I'm going to take. Now, I had to then teach myself maths. What is X plus X? So I went to standard 6 textbook on my own, and I started practicing. And then I went to, with the N1s,